Well, the Hawaii International Film Festival underway, and one of the featured films this year is The Dressmaker's Daughter. Out of 209 films, this year's film festival, the film is one of two picked to have 4 showings. Joining us this morning, film director David Lim and Gary Sprinkle, such a familiar face around here, portraying your dad in the film, right?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. When David came and asked me to do that, I said, yeah. It took me about 10 seconds to say yes.
Well, David, this has got to be so exciting for you. You said this is your first film. Tell me about Barbara Kim and her story.
Well, Barbara has a very extraordinary story. Her life, she lived in a very interesting time. She grew up when a lot of things were changing here in Hawaii, a lot of history, and it was really hard to actually even put just one part of her life into the short film. So overall, I mean, we try to focus on her main accomplishment, which is being a first Korean American broadcaster, and she did that for 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gary, boy, this must have meant so much to you because, as you mentioned, you're playing your dad, and this must have been a pretty big learning experience for you, learning about your father, meeting Barbara.
Yeah, it was fun to talk to Barbara about my dad. Yeah. She could shed some light for me because I was pretty young when he died, but it was great, and my part in this is very Menini, actually. But David put together a great script. He wrote it, and Hans Chun produced it, and they put together a really cool cast, and Arden Show they brought in from the mainland to play the daughter. And the dressmaker is a local woman by the name of Minnie Kwan, who was just as fantastic in the film. I mean, she was just a real find for you guys.
Yes. Yeah, right.
Well, this is, you know, what makes this, I think, extra special is that Barbara Kim passed away last week. But you said she really got to not only participate in this, but actually see the movie itself.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, we're finally able to finish the final edit, the final cut of the movie, and I took my computer down to her hospice and I showed her the movie, and she smiled and she was very happy, and she mentioned that she couldn't wait to see it in theater. Yeah.
Well, other people are going to get plenty of chances, even though I understand some are sold out to see. I think we have the showings up right now. Tonight, I should say, 7 p.m. first showing at 4:45. You can see the other showings there on your screen. So happy for you, and so glad that you, both of you, could have such a wonderful experience with this.
It's really a nice little film. He did a great job. They really did.
Everybody's pretty excited about it. All right, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, coming up after the break, the recap of the day's top morning headlines.